Hey, how y'all doing? Get a few minutes for a few people to get on. So this week, I had some plans to do Free Game Friday, but bring on an event planner to talk about their experience selling and working with government agencies to plan events. But instead of doing the event planner this week, we will be doing the event planner the following week. And this week, I just wanted to check in to see if there were any topics that was at the forefront of everyone's mind, or if we just wanted to continue with Free Game Friday as an informational session where everyone will be able to come in and ask the questions that they have going on at this moment. So I definitely wanted to pop in and let everyone know about that change. But yes, the event planners will be on for Free Game Friday next week. And if you can think of any industries that you want me to bring someone on to explain their experience in selling to the government in your particular industry, drop that in the comment section and I'll be sure to reach out, get some more people on board to do that, whether it's in the state or the federal government space. I'll be able to get more people to come on and actually speak about their experience selling to the government. Transportation for sure. I got so many transportation businesses in our following. I will be sure to reach out and do that transportation, but more specifically, what type of transportation? Let's talk about that. OJ Holloway said international affairs. Let's talk a little bit about that, kind of unpack that a little bit. Let me know, what does that really look like? Is that more of you being an independent contractor and you're going to international countries, going internationally to do work as a contractor? Let me know if that's what you were thinking. But I will, Victoria, I will have that trucking and transportation on. I'm looking for someone who started out small, basically from the subcontracting area, and being able to tell you about how to access and how to connect with those prime contractors for those opportunities, because I really want to make sure that it's focused on building relationships in this space. So I will have someone in that freight and transportation space. T. Nicole said movers. Okay, movers. Somewhere along the same lines, are you saying like household movers? Because I'm thinking of that. Someone just put military freight, but that was the first thing that came to my mind. So moving in terms of like homes, furniture, and things like that. I would say, because I remember from my experience in the military when I was transitioning from any duty station, we actually had movers who would come and move our stuff. So there are opportunities with moving companies, if that's what you were saying. So if that's exactly what you were speaking of, please let me know. Please clarify for that for me, and I'll look for some more movers in that space. So the lineup so far is event planners. Also having someone from the trucking industry for sure. We'll probably have to have people on multiple times for that. That's why I said break it down. Let's unpack it to see who's in like different areas and different facets. It says, do you have any local procurement contacts for nationwide contracts, or does one bid include nationwide? So no, you can do business locally as well. Like sometimes, there are often opportunities at, like I said, at the state and local government levels, you can do business locally. But if you're looking to do business at the federal level, that could be anywhere. That could be anywhere nationwide. So it really just depends on what that particular contract says. It says also, what do we need to do to get assistance with a virtual capability statement? Yes, so with the virtual capability statement, follow the link in the bio. It should be app.govlia.com and /sign up. Sign up and create that profile. Once you complete that profile with all the information for your business in there, that is your digital capability statement. It has all the basic information that you need for your capability statement, and also you can use that link to share it, whether it's with other businesses or with government agencies. And then if you want to even take it a step further, and get one like customly designed, message me, like shoot me a DM. But you have to make sure you have that profile created first, so that way we're not like chasing everyone down for information. So make sure you finish the profile, complete that profile, and then message me and let me know. I have a company who does some amazing designs for capability statements. So yes, let me know about that. Someone said contractors for a specific job or contracting company that employs people to work in government offices. Yes, there are opportunities for that. I'm gonna write that one down, so that way, because I know people who are contractors in different countries, people that I've served with who are actually contractors in different countries. So Jay, that'll be something that I can bring someone on for that. Is there a specific job that you would like to hear more about? Let me know. Ooh, okay, here's another one. It says also experience required to win trucking contracts. Okay, so yes, that's a really good question. The experience required to win these contracts. That's the biggest thing. That's why I was saying I want to start with the contractor in the trucking space who started as a sub and can help as it relates to how to identify these prime contractors, how to reach out to them, and how to make sure that we're doing business with them from that area, so that way you can leverage their past performance. We talked about that last time, that past performance, being able to partner with other organizations to leverage their existing past performance. And it says, how long do it take bids to secure from start to finish, roughly? So rough estimate, the process can be anywhere between 3 weeks and 6 months. So as a reference right now, I just responded to an opportunity 3 weeks ago, and we're still waiting for a response on that one. So yeah, it can take anywhere between 3 weeks to 6 months. And then also sometimes you'll have to, it's like I said, because it's 6 months, you have to email them and ask them basically, how are things going with this contract? Can you get an update? Because I emailed them last week to receive an update on what's going on with that contract that we bidded on. Textile contracts. Oh my gosh, I love textile contracts. And more specifically, if you're doing any like marketing, adding any of those touches to the textiles, yes. And I also have someone that has been in that space for a while that would be really good to connect with. So if you message me, I will be able to share more with you about my experience, but also connect you with the person in that textile space who will be able to, be more of a guide to you. Can also, y'all can possibly partner on some contracts or something. Just saying. And then there we go. Perfect. But yeah, I wanted to make sure I popped in, let everyone know that Free Game Friday, the focus was the event planners this week. But we will have to postpone that one to the week after, because our speaker actually has a previous engagement. So yes, that one will be done, but I will just take this week to focus on like what additional questions that we can answer. Please send me another message. So another thing about the messages, I don't know if it works like that, but some will go to like the general and some will go to some other area. So I'll be having to check like multiple different locations to find these messages. So if you can send another message and let me know. Since we have a travel company, freight brokerage, and a cleaning service. Yes. What do you recommend for cleaning for state and local opportunities while working on a SAM? Okay. So for the state and local opportunities, you don't need the SAM. You don't need to have your SAM registration done. So you just have to go through the process with those state and local agencies. So it'll be connecting with the cities, with the counties, and I'll say the state, but let's focus on the cities and counties because it's something that you can actually reach out, make a phone call, connect with them, and see if they are in the process, if they need. So because right now, because of COVID, instead of taking it as more of a cleaning route, we'll talk about like disinfecting and sanitizing. You also want to be, extremely relevant in terms of what's going on. So think about that stuff and ways to connect with them to be able to do disinfectant work. That's what I was saying for the cleaning side. I've seen a number of those contracts too. Okay. Cool. But yes, and I will say this again for the last time. If you have not created this profile, you need to do it today. It's completely free. And also let me just explain this as well. So there has been like a recent shift in terms of our business model and stuff that we were doing. So the focus has always been simplifying the process and educating the community on how to do business and how to sell to government agencies. But recently we focused a lot more on the actual software side of it, because we've developed this platform to make it a lot easier for businesses to get into the space, but also to work with agencies to digitize their processes. So as it relates to getting certified at the state and local space, at the state and local level, that I will scale back to focus on that. But we are focusing in the state and local space because it is decentralized. So everyone's process is completely different. So for an example, I currently live in Broward County. Broward County has 31 cities. So for me as a small business to do business with the cities within the Broward County space, there's a completely different processes for different agencies. So with our solution, a business will be able to create that one profile one time to use to get registered, certified, and bid on opportunities with multiple government agencies. So and also, if you know of any agencies, drop those agencies in the chat that we would reach out to. If you have any connections to any government agencies or any people within those space, make sure you let me know, and we can hop on something to see about getting some connections into those spaces to simplify those processes. But in addition to the software, we're still doing the work to educate the community. So one thing right now that we're working on, we've been doing the free game Friday sessions, and then just posting different things on social media to just share the message. But we're building out a academy portion to our website, to where you'll be able to go in, take a look at videos, and just follow those videos step by step. I had someone tell me the other day that when I was on the podcast for Earn Your Leisure, they said they just after the podcast, they just followed that video step by step, and now they're a registered vendor in sam.gov. So that was one thing that I really want to make sure that we are doing, because it's two issues in this space. The number one issue is the fact that the process is complex. It's hard, right? But the number two issue is also making sure that our businesses are appropriately positioned to not only win these contracts, but actually fulfill these contracts. So that also goes into that service side of it, making sure the businesses have the education, make sure they have access to resources such as, whether it's access to capital, insurance, bonding capacity, whatever the case may be. We're also building a list of those vendors who can provide those services, and make sure that, not only are we here, but we are ready. Okay, we're ready to take on these jobs and ready to get this money. So and that's it. That's one thing that I kind of wanted to leave at. And I know it had a few messages come through as I was explaining that, so I'm going to try to scroll through to go back and answer some. And so I'm in trucking, but I can supply film and solar panels. Okay. And I'm glad that you said it. So the question, the statement actually is, I'm in trucking, but I can also supply film solar panels to the government if needed. So those aren't two completely different industries. So that's something that you can do, right? Because not only can I provide you with these solar panels, I can also deliver them to you, right? So it's not like you're saying, I cook food, but I also sell solar panels. It's not so far removed. It's something that you can do simultaneously, so that's fine. And then in that case, you were considered a logistics company, right? You can provide services and you can provide products as well. So think of it in that case. Let's see. Oh, okay. So this was an extension of their questions. Okay, sorry. Let me go back down. The next one, does Govlier offer resources to nudge? Does Govlier offer resources to nudge your bid forward to ensure success, or is that more of a hot mess? So that's something that we don't do right now, but it's exactly what I want to be able to do as it relates to connecting with these government agencies. So as we connect, as we implement our solution, as we are able to provide these resources, we'll be able to also explain programs that we will also like to connect with them, programs and initiatives, right? So here's an idea for a fast track initiative. If a business is learning the process, they went through the certification application process, they've done the work to get this stuff done, and they've gotten all of the things that they needed to have in order to do business with your organization. Let's see about an opportunity to do a fast track contract program, to where they went through this process to do business with your organization. Now let's give them a shot to actually have some past performance. So I hope that answers your question. But right now at this capacity, we can't nudge any contracts in any way, and nor do we want to do that. But what we want to make sure that not only are we saying we want inclusive procurement, we want equality in the procurement space. We don't want to change that or sway that process in any manner, but we want to make sure that we are providing a true case to where our businesses are here, they showed up, they're ready, and it's no reason to deny us, right? The next one is, thank you for the information. Now that we have the freight broking company, we have a trucking, we have any suggestions on that and what we should do when having multiple businesses? So when having multiple businesses, make sure that you are operating in silos. You don't want to cross multiply with the work that you're doing. You don't want to cross multiply with any of the money that you'll be making, any of that. Make sure you're working and operating both of these organizations in silos. So that's one thing that you really want to focus on. Make sure that you're doing what for that. And then the next one would be, that's pretty much it. So that way, you'll know your branding and your marketing guides and everything for this particular organization and industry will be different from that one. So just making sure you're tailoring everything to each organization. Someone said your episode on EY was incredible. I recommend anyone who's interested in watching it. Thank you. Peace and blessings. Yes, thank y'all. I really appreciate the support. Let's see. Fast track program, great idea. Thank you. Started a business to sell janitorial products to the government, but I can't seem to find any vendors or wholesalers. Oh my gosh. Okay, so if you can't find the vendors or wholesalers, let's talk about what is your process of searching for these vendors. What are you doing to find these vendors? That's the biggest question. Where are you looking? If your only resource right now is Google, let's try to figure out another option, because information there is, you have to be extremely specific in terms of the information that you're looking for there. So if you're looking for janitorial products on Google, you probably will have to narrow it down by, let's say, state or something, because it's very vague to just put janitorial supply companies. You would have to do it based off a state or location or something to really narrow that search down, because that's pretty broad. So let's think about how you're doing that, but also looking at some of the firms who currently are supplying the products and how you can reach out to them. Let's see. I'm a service disabled veteran owned business. I have no past performance, and I wanted to know, what do you recommend for bank funding? Okay, so that's one thing, because when it comes down to funding for different projects, that's a really hard conversation, mostly because it depends on what it is, right? So if you are providing products, that's a different thing. How much are these products? How much will the loan require? And then sometimes you really don't want to do this, but being able to go after the funding after you've secured the contract, but you don't want to do that. Right now we have some partners who can assist with access to capital. but they do it based off of contracts. So you would really have to like take a look at that. Let me know what type of products and stuff you're selling. Let's talk a little bit more about that. That's a touchy subject, and I don't want to give like general information on that and everyone take it as law. I don't want that to happen. So the SBD should be able to there we go. So the SBDC should be able to provide you with factoring companies. So Google, that's it. I'm in Brooklyn. Okay, you, because it's one of those topics, it's very vague. You'll have to narrow it down completely, what type of products, even going as far as to looking at the information on the bottle of the product and contacting that company. Sometimes those organizations have terms or minimums that need to be reached. So that's one of those conversations as well. How much, or what is the capacity that you have at this very moment to supply those products? And then also, how can you develop a partnership with them and letting them know that you are a contractor in the business space, you're doing business you're a contractor in the government space, you're doing business with the government. You would love to leverage a partnership or a connection with them for any products or services. So the next one, thank you again for the question. It says, how do you manage all different companies so that you are not all over the place and have multiple businesses, and getting opportunities from the government can get overwhelming while you're working a 9-to-5? Oh yes, it can be extremely overwhelming, mostly because this process was not designed to be easy for anybody. That's the problem. So the best thing would be, I say, is start with these smaller jobs. Get a good number of smaller jobs, so that way you can build up that past performance to get that bigger contract that would then possibly allow you to leave that 9-to-5 job, right? So yeah, try to work on it that way. That's my biggest suggestion with that. Are there any contracts for making men's suits? So there are a number of contracts for uniforms. I'm trying to consider who makes men's suits right now. I'm trying to consider who makes men's suits right now, or what branch of government utilizes or wears men's suits aside from like personal stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure at this moment. I'm not sure at this moment about that men's suits one right now. But I know uniforms for sure. Like, literally, I think I still have like my uniform here somewhere, like in this house. I think I still have mine. But that's a good, thank you for saying that. So get the bag boss actually brought up CDFIs in the community and state programs to get funding. Thank you for that. I didn't even think about it, but yeah, CDFIs, they'll be able to help you access some capital as well. And she said some state programs, so look into see what those state programs. It says, will this live be saved? I'll keep it on my story, and I think they say on there for like 24 hours or something. I'm pretty sure it's 24 hours. So if you go back later on today, it'll definitely be on my story. It says, can SAP opportunities be found at the state and local government area? So yes, and the thing is, the context becomes like, because the language and verbiage is different, it's still basically a simplified acquisition opportunity. It's just the thresholds become different at different level of state and local government, right? So some of them have SAP procedures up to like 10,000, and I know at the federal level it varies. It's a lot wider than that, but it just varies based off of those requirements for that particular city, that particular organization. So yes, there are SAP procedures. There are also micro purchases. There are also massive contracts that go out that have subcontract requirements attached to them. Okay, so it says, afternoon, are there any exceptions to becoming an 8A participant? I did not have the 3 years of returns, 23 years of experience, no returns. Are you saying you didn't have any tax returns? Like after doing business for 23 years? I'm a little confused. I don't know if you're saying you have personally 23 years of experience. Let me know a little bit about that. Are you saying your personal experience or your business experience not having tax returns? So that's a question to unpack. Yes. Okay. Blessings. Thank you. Do you have any government contracts for music? I'm pretty sure they do. But I wouldn't necessarily think it's a contract. That would be more of like a one-time purchase type of gig. So it's possibly a micro purchase that you'd be able to tap into if, they're purchasing it for, let's say, a video or something that they need. But other than that, I'm not sure about a contract. Contracts are usually for those bigger purchase items. So but yeah, I actually do have a meeting to head to today. I am sorry. I just really wanted to pop in for a quick second and just say, everything I had to say turned into a whole question and answer series, but I just want to let y'all know what was going on with GovLea, the changes that have been coming. I'm so excited. I'm extremely, happy. And like I said, if you can help in any way in terms of any connections you may have to any state and local government agencies, that support would be amazing. Yeah, so I appreciate that. And anytime you have any questions, message me. Again, be on for Free Game Friday. I will see y'all there. The event planner will not be there, but I will still be there answering questions, and just really trying to build have dialogue and connect with everyone. So thank you for stopping in, and I'll see you guys later.